Hey everyone, it's Enzo. I know it's been a while since I've done anything, but I've got a treat. It's Phantom Knights. Let's go ahead and get into the deck build, and this is a little bit spicy in my opinion. So a lot of people run it a lot different than this, but I'm running it this way because this is what I have. 2 Phantom Knight Torn Scale, because that's all I have. You can ditch a card and then you discard it, and then Foolish Burial, a Phantom Knights card. So that's pretty much anything. A Phantom Knights card. Then 3 Silent Boots, because you can special summon this from the hand if you have a Phantom Knights monster on the field, and you can banish that card to get you a Phantom Knights spell or trap, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Also, this one right here, if a monster is banished from the graveyard, you can special summon this from your graveyard. Awesome. Everybody knows what this deck does, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell everyone what it does anyway. Phantom Knights Ancient Cloak. It's a really good card. I have 2 of those. So while this is on the field, you can turn it to defense and increase one of your dark monster's attack and defense by 800 until your opponent's the end of your opponent's turn. And then you can banish this card to add the Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand, which was usually Boots. I don't know why that's blurry right now, but anyway, I've got 1 Ragged Gloves. You can banish this card from your grave, and basically Foolish Burial, a Phantom Knights card. Then the Stained Greaves. You can special summon this card from your hand if a monster is special summoned, and you can also banish this card to special summon 1 Phantom Knights from your hand. There's 1 of those. I only have 2 Kagemusha Knights. Kagemusha is good because if you have a monster like Tour Guide, you can basically chain block with it. Because this guy right here, he special summons when a level 3 monster is normal summoned. So it's really good. Now we're going to go to a BA package. It's just 3 monsters. So I've got 1 Seer, 1 Graph, and 1 Libic. Everybody knows what these do. When this is sent to the grave, special summon 1 BA from your deck. When this is sent to the grave, special summon 1 BA from your graveyard. When this is sent to the grave, special summon 1 Fiend. Yeah, 1 Dark Fiend from your hand. So if you get stuck with one of these guys in your hand, you can get this out instead with Cherubini. Pretty cool. Do not know why that's blurry. Let me fix it up. Go down a little bit. Whoops. Sorry about this. Anyway, 3 Tour Guides. Pretty much a must-have. It can search itself and special summon it from the deck, or you can get another level 3 Fiend from your hand or deck and also negate that effect. But if it's a graveyard effect, it's still activated once it leaves the field. And for that, I run a Sangan. I can also get other things too, but I run Sangan. 2 Psychic Wielder, because Psychic Wielder can special summon when there's a level 3 on the field. And a Psychic Tracker, because it does the same thing, it's just not a tuner. And then Junk Forward, because you can special summon this like a Cyber Dragon. If you don't control any monsters, you can just special summon it. I'm probably going to take that out. Gillosaurus, it's a pretty good card. It's a dinosaur, which is random. Level 3, you can special summon this card, and your opponent can special summon 1 from their graveyard. Obviously, if you're going first turn, they can't special summon anything because it says they can, and if they don't have anything in the grave, you can still do yours. Danger Jackalope, everybody knows what Dangers do. So you reveal this in your hand, and then your opponent chooses 1 card, tries to discard 1, and if it's this, then you can special summon another one, and if it's not this, you can special summon this and draw a card. You run that with Tsuchinoko because you can special summon this from the deck, or you can use this effect and do basically the same thing. And if this is discarded, then it gets special summoned anyway. Now here's another spice that I don't think anybody's thinking about, and I think is pretty good, so I run it. I have 2 Marauding Captains. I might take it down to 1. But Marauding Captain's pretty good because while this monster remains face up on the field, your opponent cannot select another warrior monster on your side of the field for attacks. But you don't use that for this. When this monster is normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So that's pretty much anything in the deck. Plus, it's basically like Tour Guide, and you can chain block with it with your Shadow Knight guy, which was Kagamucha. And I like this card because you can get your Torn Scale out with it from the hand. It's pretty good. And then 3 Ash Blossom. I search it with Sangan. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to use this on my turn. I could, but not with Sangan, because Sangan will negate its effect until the next turn. Alright. 3 Phantom Knight's Fogblade. Obviously, we gotta run those. 3 Solemn Jungibit. I run it because I love it. Pay half your life points, though. That's not good. Phantom Knight's Wing. Reinforcements. Whoops. Call by the Grave. Monster Reborn. And Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Force. If y'all don't know what this does, it's pretty good. It's a quick effect, so you can set it up. During your main phase, banish 1 or more dark monsters from your graveyard. Then target 1 dark Exceed monster you control, special summon from your hand or from your extra deck 1 Phantom Knights, Raid Raptor, or Exceed dragon monster whose rank equals the amount that you banished plus that. Plus the rank plus what you banished. So if you get rid of 2, you'll plus on top of the 3 that you already have on the field. So it's pretty good. Anyway, that's the main deck. The extra deck could change. It's probably going to once I get other cards. But definitely Phantom Knights, Rusty Bardiche. I have the gold one. I also have, I think it's a Super or an Ultra, probably. But I like this one. Anyway, everybody knows what this does, right? So basically, you can Foolish Burial one of your Phantom Knights monsters, and then set a Fogblade, the trap, right from your deck. That's awesome. Arc Rebellion Dragon, ridiculous. Dark Ruler no more, basically. And it gains attack equal to every other monster on the field. Plus, it can't be destroyed by card effects. And it basically cannot be destroyed by the effect that you would get it out with. So, Raider's Knight gets it out easily. And Raider's Knight says basically that the monster you get out with it will die after your opponent's turn. But it doesn't. Arc Rebellion Dragon pretty much stays alive. I'm doing Evil Swarm Exciton Knight right now. Obviously, I want it to be the Nightmare. Leviera Dragon, I have 2 of them. It's just a good special summon from the Banish pile. Phantom Knights, Break Sword. So this right here is the best thing ever. You get this on the field underneath your Rusty Bardiche. You can either pop this if it's your turn to go ahead and get your Raider's Knight on the field, or your Evil Swarm Nightmare if you have that, and then basically you can just go crazy with it. But it also, you can get rid of one of your materials, choose 1 card on your side of the field and 1 card on your opponent's side of the field, and pop them both, and then basically gets this effect. When this thing is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can choose 2 Phantom Knight monsters from your graveyard, special summon both of them, and they basically get 1 level higher when they get back on the field. Cheer Beanie, everybody knows what this does, right? Well, if you don't, You get this on the field with two level 3 monsters, and then you Foolish Burial. So there's a lot of Foolish Burial in this deck. Dark Rebellion XE Dragon, it's good. Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Cerebus, Nightmare Phoenix, IP Masquerena, Mech Knight Crusader Evermax, and I did pretty good using this deck the other day. I actually went up against an old school deck, sorta like, what was it? What is it called? Gravekeepers. And I didn't realize it was going to be such a hard matchup, but that field spell is ridiculous. Necro Valley, you can't banish from your grave when that's on the field. And that right there made me lose the game. Well, a couple of games go by and I was actually figuring out that I can get rid of it with, I think, Breaksword. And I was able to do that and then go ahead and get my next turn set up. But anyway, let's do just the test hand and see what we can get out of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go first. Alright. So there's my hand. Simple enough. I'm definitely going to set the Fog Blade. Or I could just throw that in the grave with Phantom Knight's Torn Scale. So I could go two routes like this. Let's just say they don't have anything like Ash Blossom in their hand. I could definitely go with Tour Guide, get a Sangan on the field, and then get out Cherubini, and just keep plussing off of that. But we'll do this. So I'll normal summon Phantom Knight's Torn Scale, ditch the Fog Blade that I have, and get rid of something else. So let's get rid of, from the deck, I mean, I could put another Torn Scale in the grave and get its effect off. I'll just put Ragged Gloves in the graveyard. Ragged Gloves in the grave. Special summon the boots. Then go ahead and get rid of those for the Cherubini. There's definitely better hands than this, but get that Cherubini on the field. It's right there. Everybody knows what it does, so let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to send a BA from the deck to the grave, get its effect off to get the other one on the field. So let's do that. Send Seer to the grave. Or no, that's send Graph to the grave, get Seer to the field from the deck. And then it's in that zone that it's pointing at right there. And then I can go ahead and get this thing right here gets 1,000 attack more, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to link those away for Rusty Bardiche, which is right here. Rusty Bardiche. Now, before I go anywhere else, I can banish. Let me make sure that that's what it can do. So, if a Phantom Knight's card in your graveyard is banished while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. But banish it when it leaves the field. But you can get around that. So, I'm going to banish the Fog Blade. Special summon Gloves and Torn Scale because Torn Scale gets special summon off of its own effect because the gloves hit the field. Now, I will go ahead and rank into level 3. Just easy plays. Let me get that. Breaksword. Breaksword hits the field. Activate Rusty Bardiche's effect. Popping this. Breaksword gets into the grave. I can special summon the two monsters back. And since this was a material when it left the field, I think that's why that doesn't get banished. So it comes back as level 4. And then you go into your Nightmare right now, your Evil Swarm Nightmare. But I go into Raider's Night because I don't have Nightmare. And then use Raider's Night's effect. Get rid of 1 material. And then rank into Archrebellion Dragon, which won't die. And that was that hand. I could go further, I guess, with some of the stuff in my graveyard. Like, I can get another Phantom Knight spell. Oh, I never even used Rusty Bardish's effect. So, let me foolish a card. I'll foolish Phantom Knight's Cloak. And set a Fog Blade with that. Set the Fog Blade. It's going to be right there. I don't really have room. Shuffle the deck. I mean, even now I can keep going with these things in the grave. Like, just... But... Let's do... I told you I was going to do one hand, but we can do another one. Let's just go second. That was probably one of my least effective hands that I've done. I've even thought about using the Gallus or whatever, the Star Beast in this deck, because like there's a lot of monsters in here. So what it does is you can mill the top card from your deck, and if it's a monster you can special summon Gallus Beast. That's pretty cool. Star Beast, I mean. And that's just a free level 3 right there. But anyway, let's go second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, there's our 5 cards, and then we're going second. So 6. There's an Ash Blossom. Alright. So basically I'm going to Marauding Captain. Then Sangan. I guess set my Fog Blade. And then we'll see if we can Tsuchinoko. So I reveal the Tsuchinoko. And then there's a Blossom. It's getting sent to the grave. And then I'll special summon Tsuchinoko. And if I'm not mistaken, I draw after I special summon that. Yep, draw 1 card. So I'll draw. Oh my goodness. So I could just continue to keep going. We're going to pretend like Nibiru doesn't exist, because I haven't seen anybody say Nibiru is still a thing, really. I know it is. We'll special summon that. And now we'll go Marauding Captain, Sangan, into Cherubini. And guess what? Sangan got sent to the grave. So I'll go ahead and search and get another Blossom to my hand. So that's over here in my hand. Now those 2 are still on the field. Also, Cherubini is going to use its effect to do the BA play. So send Graph to the graveyard. Seer hits the field. If you're wondering why Seer doesn't die, because Cherubini keeps it protected. Basically anything that this card points to cannot be destroyed. Alright, so you can do these 2 for Rusty Bardiche. Use Rusty Bardiche effect. Send the Cloak to the grave. Set my Phantom Knight's Fog Blade. We're going to turn these up right here. So I got 2 Fog Blades already. That's 2 interruptions. Let's keep going. Kind of wish that Silent Boots wasn't in my hand, but I'll go ahead and special summon it since Rusty Bardiche is a Phantom Knights monster. Now I've got 3 monsters sitting on the field. I can... This should be over here. So I can banish cloak from the grave and add a, let me make sure. I can add one The Phantom Knights card to my hand. So let's see. Those are monsters. The Phantom Knights. I guess I'll add the Phantom Knights Staingreaves to my hand. Because if something gets special summoned from my graveyard, I can special summon it. Now, I'm going to link these, or not link, I'm going to rank these two for Leviair. Leviair, send one of these to the grave. Tsuchinoko, special summon the cloak. Turn the cloak to defense position. Add 800 attack to my Rusty Bardiche right here. And now these two I'm going to rank away to make a break sword. Hold on. Whenever Ancient Cloak hit the field, I want to see. Yep. So whenever Ancient Cloak hit the field, I special summon Staingreaves. Now I did that. Turn this to defense. Add 800 attack. And then I'm going to bring out Break Sword. Pop the Break Sword off of Rusty Bardiche's effect. Sending that to the grave and these two monsters. Then it doesn't have to be the ones you used. So if you end up having another one in the grave, you could use it. But these two come back with rank or level 4. I'm going to rank up into Raider's Knight. I'm going to send Boots to the grave for Raider's Knight's effect to rank up into Ark Rebellion XC Dragon. And now I'm going to banish the Boots to add. Let me make sure, because I want to just make sure I'm doing it right. To add one Phantom Knight spell or trap. So guess what, guys? I'm going to add the last Fog Blade to my hand. And then, guess what? I'm going to set it. Alright. So, we went second on this one. I have 2,900, 18, 1,200, and 3,000. So I'm going to activate Ark Rebellion's effect, sending the cloak to the grave, negating everything on the field's effects, but also gaining their attacks. And just say they have monsters on the field. We're just going to add what we have here. So this has 3,000, then this has, it gains original attacks. So you're going to gain 2,100 from this, 1,800 from this, and 1,200 from that over there. So 21 and 12 is 33, plus 1,800 more. That's 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So 8,100 attack on Ark Rebellion Dragon. And 4 interruptions. So that's pretty ridiculous, guys. I have... And obviously, like, this deck could be way better. Way better. And just running the Dragoon. So, thanks for watching this video. I know it's a long one. And I ran some text that I know people haven't been running. Like that Marauding Captain. Probably cut it down to just one. But I just want y'all to see. Let me just find it. I love my Marauding Captain because this one I have that I'll probably cut it down to 1 with. You can't really see it. But this right here, this is Hobby League. So I used to have a bunch of Hobby League cards. I love it. Hobby League was one of my favorite things. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a while since I posted anything, and I'm glad to post this up right now. I'm going to try to post a little bit more, but obviously, you know, I have a busy schedule, and I just want to give YGO Mike, shout out. You know, he's sticking in there and getting subscribers left and right, and obviously he's gonna beat me to 100. I mean, he had a little bit of a head start, but he's loading content like crazy. So you guys, if any of you guys are on my subscription that aren't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. Thank you. Bye.